NZB weanling sales, Thursday the 25th of May. That'll come around very, very quickly. I'm here at Alabar, catching up with Graeme Henley. Firstly, Graeme, thank you very much for inviting me here.
That's all right. No, it's always a pleasure to see you. Yeah.
It's a beautiful place here. I just asked you there before, how many acres? It's, 300 acres here just off the coast of on the North Island?
Yeah, 300 acres surrounded by the Manukau Harbour. So, yeah, it's a lovely spot. We're only 20 minutes from the Karaka Sales Centre and about 35 minutes from the Auckland Airport. So, yeah, a lovely spot.
It is, and I mean, you can come on the right days sometimes, and obviously today's one of those days because there's hardly a breath of wind and the sun's out. You've actually got shorts on. We haven't got your legs in it, but you've got the shorts on. But just, yeah, it must be just a hard place to raise horses, I suppose.
Yeah, New Zealand is a great place to raise horses, and around, Auckland and Waikato where the climate's so temperate, it's just great. You don't get the extreme heat in the summer and you don't get the extreme cold in the winter. And at this time of year, it's just great for horses. It's just a lovely temperature, and there's plenty of grass, and the horses do really well. And we raise some nice horses, and I think the property's got a lot to do with it.
Do you think that's why the Kiwis, just bat so far above your weight division? If the amount of foals that are produced here in New Zealand compared to Australia, for say, the amount of good horses that come out of, they've got the NZ brand or moniker next to their name. Do you think that's why, just the climate and the way the grass grows and everything along those lines?
No, yeah, I'm sure it does. Both standardbreds and thoroughbreds, and we've got the best of a lot of worlds here, really. It's just a wonderful climate for raising animals, and it does definitely help. And it just does make the job a little bit easier when you're not dealing with extremes, and the kind of environment's your friend rather than the other way around.
The New Zealand, just very quickly, the thoroughbreds last weekend, I know the guys at NZB were very, very proud. I think it was 7 of the 8 Group 1 races that had been running at that time were won by horses from New Zealand. It just stands a testament, and I mean, when you put that to harness horses, you really need to be looking at this side of the ditch to be buying horses, don't you?
Oh, well, we think so. We're obviously biased, but it's a great thrill when you have weekends like the thoroughbreds did, and the standardbreds bat above their weight too with the numbers we got. And it's just, we're all parochial, and we love seeing our own horses win, and it's something we're quite proud of in New Zealand, and we're all trying to maintain that record.
I said there before, we're here to promote the weanling sales, which is going to come around very, very quickly, and it's a part of a huge carnival, I suppose, for the North Island of racing. I was just interviewed Mark Purden, and them. Most people stay down here for 3 and 4 months, so it's a pretty exciting time for harness racing. The weanling sales is something that Alabar have really embraced, along with Woodlands. You guys really do embrace it. You said 52 weanlings offered up this year?
Yep, we've got 52 in, which is sort of round about what we normally have. The weanling sales really suit us within the property we've got and the staff we've got and the facilities we've got. To sell them as weanlings mean we can breed more horses, which I think is important for the industry to breed numbers. We've got a responsibility to do that, but we can do that if we can sell them in the autumn as weanlings, and it's worked really well. We've had great support from buyers and trainers from both New Zealand and Australia, and the results have been really showing it over the last few years. And this year in the 2-year-old fillies young guns, Kiss was the favourite, and ran second, but easily could have won it. She was one we sold a couple of years ago at the weanling sale to Dean Shannon, and Better Zippet, who's one of the favourites for the slot race in West Australia. He's one we sold through the weanling sale. So lots of good horses come through this sale, and it's an opportunity for people to buy them at slightly less than yearling sale money, and it's also an opportunity for us to showcase our new and young sires. And this year we're showcasing Lazarus. We've got 16 Lazaruses in the sale, and I don't think anywhere in this part of the world before has there been so many Lazaruses sell in one place at one time. So I think that's a great opportunity for a lot of people to come along and see a number of Lazaruses, because he's Lazarus, he's amazing, and he's doing a great job in North America at stud, and the trainers love them down here. So this is probably the best ever opportunity to pick one up.
There was none offered at this year's yearling sales, and I know a couple of people said, why is there no Lazarus off? There was unfortunately none bred. This year, as you said, as weanlings, you got that opportunity to purchase them. They were well received, the few that I saw in Australia, so I mean, it's super exciting. The thing I love about it just what an exciting horse. You said there before about Better Zippet and being in Perth. I was fortunate enough to be there when he won the Inter Dominion, and you don't forget how good of a horse he is, but it's just sort of, time tempers everything, and he was just a superstar horse, and it would just be so good for him to make a mark as a racehorse and then as a sire here in Australia, here in New Zealand, but also Australia.
Yeah, no, he deserves every chance he can get. Like, he was a industry-changing horse, and it's a shame he's always had his challenges, getting enough live foals on the ground, but we had a pretty good run with him. Neville had a pretty good run with him this year as well. So there was no foals in New Zealand at all last year, or the previous year, because he wasn't available in New Zealand. But from the year we had him, we've got 16 of the foals we bred here in the weanling sale. So if anyone ever wanted a Lazarus, and I'm sure there's a lot of people do, this is the chance.
We'll get on to some of the graduates from that in a minute. There's an interesting little one there. I saw an Art Major down there before, though, and I think I heard you just say there before, Always Be Mickey crunches. Is there crunches on offer through the weanling sales as well?
Yeah, we've got, I think it's 7 crunches in the sale. There's half a dozen Art Majors and Always Be Mickeys, and some Vincents as well. And also some by the new Trotting Stallion Elite Stride. But, you go to the yearling sales to buy an Art Major or a Captain Crunch, it's a lot of money. They'll sell well through the weanling sale, I'm sure. Like the sale averaged 18,000 last year, so it's a quality sale. But when you compare that to the yearling sale averages, it's a really good opportunity. And, there's some really nice Art Major colts and fillies and Captain Crunch colts and fillies in the sale, and also Always Be Mickey. And Always Be Mickey's just going from strength to strength. He's the leading 2-year-old sire in New Zealand this year, with some really good horses out there. So there's some really nice Always Be Mickeys in the sale, and I think a few people will probably be, the way he's going with these 2-year-olds, might have feel they missed the jump not buying one at the yearling sales. Well, this is a chance to come along and pick one up at the weanling sale.
Absolutely, and then Vincent, you said before he took out the 2-week Canola, I think, the feature race last week or the week before here in New Zealand as well. Yeah,
like he's right on the verge of being a very good sire. Sherlock's a very good horse. He won the Kindergarten Stakes the other day with Vesem. So his percentages are good, and he's got enough nice horses coming through. Like, he's a lovely horse with it'd just be so cool if he did succeed. And he's knocking right on the door. Good percentages, and shown he can leave good horses. So, we're thrilled with what he's doing and looking forward to how it goes from here.
It is the weekend of the Grins that I'm here. This will go up after that. I'm here for Harness Racing New Zealand, but also NZB as well. A few of my other sponsors. It's quite interesting what you said there before about the weanling sales and Better Zippet being a graduate with the Grins. The favourite for the Grins, of course, is Copy That. Also a graduate out of the weanling sale. People don't realise the quality of horse you can actually purchase out of this weanling sale. It's just amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's the big change. Like, historically, weanling sales, or there used to be all-age sales, weren't quality sales, but both ourselves and Woodlands have approached it that we're putting nice horses in there, and the results are excellent because of that. And I think both ourselves and Woodlands, we put every effort into raising these horses the best we can. The stallions are really good, and it's really an opportunity, and it's a different sale. It's a sale with quality in it. It's just being sold at a different time, because both ourselves and Woodlands, it works to be able to sell those horses at that time of year, and it's shown with the quality that's come out of it that it is a quality sale, and it just becomes an opportunity because it works within both our business models.
It's actually also being a boutique. I think it's about 112 horses will go through this year, but predominantly yourself and Alabar. Woodlands. I know Macca Lodge is bringing up a draft, and I think there's a couple others as well. But it's a different sale to come to as well, and I encourage the Australians to come to. I love it. I love yearling sales, but I think it's nearly the best sale to come to, because people go there in a different, feel, I suppose. They all want to buy the champion, but it's just a different feel, the way people go about it, and it's a great place for the industry, I suppose, to gather and get together, and like-minded people try and fix the industry, if you like, try and solve the problems of the world, also just have a little bit of fun. It's a great experience, isn't it?
It is, and it's exciting to see the foals from the new stallions, but it's kind of one of those ones where everyone can have a crack. You know, some people, you go to the yearling sales and you kind of think, well, I can't get that one because I'm not going to be competitive. Like, within reason, you come to the weanling sale, you're a shot at getting the one you want. So it's, and it's proven that, you know, those horses selling in the mid-range at the yearling sale, I think copy that might have been $6,000, something like that. Better Zip It was something around that price as well. So, you know, like it is a really good opportunity, but, you know, there's some nice horses there, and like I say, there's quality there, and that was shown last year with the sale averaging 18,000. But it's fun to go along there because there's a good atmosphere, and sometimes you go to the races and people are talking about what's wrong with the world, but you go to the weanling sale and they're all climbing over each other to get them. So it's a fun day. Hopefully it's the same again this year. We're always nervous going into any sale, but you know we got nice horses and it's a strong catalogue overall. I think, you know, selling back to back with the Roe Cup and that, it should be a good presence of visitors from the South Island and from Australia. So, you know, we're really looking forward to it.
Absolutely. The catalogue going online today. As I said, this will go up next week, but that's okay. I know you can go to NZB Standardbred.co.nz, but can you also go to Alabar? And if you do, you're going to have to tell me the website because I haven't actually recited it before. Yeah,
like go onto the Alabar website, either the Australian one, the alabar.com.au or alabar.co.nz. I'm sure Brett Coffey will get it all up on there very shortly. We'll be doing the videos and photographs of all the weanlings towards the end of this month, so they should be all online, both on Alabar and the NZB site for the sale by about the 8th of May. So yeah, that's always a good look. There'll be, you know, several photos and several videos of each horse on there, which is important to people to see. So keep an eye out for that around about the 8th of May, which will be, you know, approximately 2.5 weeks before the sale. But yeah, and then it'll roll around pretty quick, and yeah, looking forward to it, like I say.
People can get in touch with yourself or Jamie or anyone here on the farm if they want to ask any questions about some of the weanlings.
Yep, no, definitely. I'm probably the best point of contact initially, but Cam Bray and James Jennings from New Zealand Bloodstock are here today and yesterday going through the draft. So if anyone wants to ask specifically about one of the weanlings from an impartial point of view, you know, give Cam a ring at NZB because they've seen them all. The other thing about the draft is that the sale's on Thursday, the 25th of May, but we're parading our whole draft on the day before, on Wednesday, the 24th of May at 1 p.m. So there'll be a parade of the whole sale that day. I think Woodlands are going to parade at around about 3 o'clock, but we'll be at, might be 2:30, I think, the Woodlands parade, but we'll be parading at 1 on the Wednesday before the sale, the day before the sale at Karaka. So that's a great opportunity to see them as well.
Yep, and a great opportunity, as I said, to sit around and enjoy a day. Graeme, thank you. Thank you very much for showing me a small portion of the farm. I don't have a lot of time, unfortunately. I think maybe when I come over the weanling sales or something, we might be able to do a bit more of a farm tour. But thank you for everything you do, and good luck with the weanling sales coming up. And look forward to chatting with you. No doubt you'll throw Jamie back in front of the camera when we get there, but that's okay. But thank you for giving me the bit of time, mate.
Okay, no, cheers. Like I say, always good to see you. Thanks.